If you'd like to hear my analysis of Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Johnson Part 2, stay tuned and watch this short video. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, where we teach coaches, fighters and enthusiasts how to train smart and not just hard. And in today's video I'll be analyzing the second fight of Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Johnson. Now, I have already done this video, but UFC has taken it down and I got a copyright strike from YouTube. So I have to do it again, and this time without UFC's footage. Now, regarding the fight. This is not the first time they fought, and Anthony Johnson has lost to Daniel Cormier. Now, this wasn't an easy fight for Daniel Cormier. He did win, and he did get the submission in the third round, but he was tested. He was hit pretty hard by Anthony Johnson, both by punches and kicks as well. Let's analyze both fighters. What are their strengths and weaknesses? First, Anthony Johnson. He's a really tough striker, and in my opinion, nobody can strike with him in the light heavyweight division. So far that has been the case. He has knocked out many good fighters in the first round, and he's a very tough fighter to exchange blows with. He has tremendous power in his strikes, but not just power, he also has very good technique. And people think that he's the strongest guy in the light heavyweight division. Now, we will come to the power issue later. Daniel Cormier is also very powerful, but I'll explain that later. What Daniel Cormier has is extremely good wrestling. He was an Olympian, and Anthony Johnson is also a wrestler, but not of DC's caliber. So Daniel Cormier is able to take most people down. Daniel Cormier also has good boxing, but not of Anthony Johnson's caliber. Apart from having great wrestling, Daniel Cormier also has great endurance, although you couldn't tell just by looking at his body type. He has great wrestling to striking transitions and a good ground game. And in the first fight, he utilized his ground skills to his advantage. Now, when it comes to power, as I've said before, many people think that Anthony Johnson is the most powerful light heavyweight in the UFC. That might be the case, but let's not disregard Daniel Cormier's power. He's an extremely powerful athlete. If you haven't seen the fight, check out his fight with Josh Barnett in Strikeforce for the heavyweight title. At one point during the fight, he lifted Josh Barnett high up in the air and slammed him down. And that was a heavyweight fight, and he made it look effortless. He also lifted Alexander Gustafsson and Dan Henderson in the same manner. Don't judge Daniel Cormier by his looks. Although he is a bit chubby, he's a tiger underneath and a very high-level athlete. Apart from being very strong and very explosive, he possesses top-notch endurance. So, what are the keys to victory for both fighters? For Anthony Johnson is of course to stay on his feet and knock DC out, if he can do that. And if he cannot, he has to stop the takedown, use his sprawl and other takedown defense methods, and pick him apart, if he can. In the last fight, Johnson made a mistake of trying to literally kill DC when he smelled blood. When he heard him first, he tried to put everything in his punches, and because of this mistake, DC was able to take his back and was able to get the clinch and take him down. Now, Anthony Johnson has to be careful with those punches. Yes, of course, he has to hit hard, but not put everything in his power so he loses balance, and that way allows DC to take his back or perform some kind of takedown on him. Also, his sprawl was not on point, as he himself said.
I was just about to throw a punch, as you just saw. Yeah. And I saw him go down for a shot, and I sprawled back at the same time. You know, trying to sprawl and then throw a punch at the same time, it doesn't work. Yeah. And you see that he took my back. He jumped on the opportunity then, and he used it to his advantage.
And your instinct to sprawl, if that was a double, it's the right answer, but it was a duck under. Yeah. And so in those moments, it's just, that's fighting.
He was smooth with it. He was very smooth with the takedown.
Another thing that's very important is that he has to try to stand back up if he gets taken down. And that he was able to do only once in their previous fight. And this is not an easy thing to do with Daniel Cormier, because he's one of those top heavy fighters that when they take you down, even if you manage to stand back up, they're locked onto your back and you're losing energy trying to stand back up, and that suits him fine. So he has to find a way not only to stand back up, but also disengage from standing back control or a headlock if Daniel Cormier gets one. In my opinion, Anthony Johnson has to work on his jiu-jitsu skills, especially escaping skills and getting back to his feet. As I said before, last time he was able to stand back up to his feet only once. And after that, whenever Cormier took him down, he wasn't able to escape his top control and was receiving punches and elbows to the face. There might have been two reasons for that. One is that he was trying to power out of the inferior position, which can be done, of course, but it takes up a lot of energy, and you really need to conserve energy in an MMA fight. The second reason is probably some skill deficiency. I'm not sure, maybe he was too tired to try and stand back up, maybe he lacks skills in that area, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, he needs to work on it. Keys to DC's victory. The most important key to victory is not to engage in striking too much with Anthony Johnson. Whoever has done that in the past has been knocked out. So, of course, nobody is invincible, everybody can get knocked out, but in general, you don't want to be doing that with Anthony Johnson. That being said, he has to fire off some shots in order to prepare the takedowns. Or he has to duck under Anthony Johnson's takedowns like he did in the last fight and then go for the takedown. So, don't engage in too much striking, go for takedowns, use his grinding style to break Anthony Johnson down, take him down, and then achieve a victory on the ground, either by ground and pound or by a submission like last time. Easier said than done, I know, but I think that's his key to victory and he should be aiming for that. So, who will win in the second fight? I can't be sure because both of them are very high-level athletes, but I'm leaning towards one for 4 reasons, and that's coming up after this short message. If you want high-quality supplements at a discount, we recommend the world's #1 online sports nutrition brand, MyProtein. With over 105,000 products, MyProtein has the biggest range in the world, and if you use our coupon code MMACoach15, you will get 15% off. If you buy through our links, we will get a very small affiliate percentage without any additional cost to you. They also offer worldwide delivery. Check out MyProtein links in the description below. I think Cormier is going to win again because 1. He has superior endurance and a grinding style of fighting. 2. He won in their last fight. That doesn't have to mean anything, but he really had a great performance then. 3. His ground skills are better than Johnson's. And 4. He has much better wrestling, smooth striking to wrestling transitions, and stylistically isn't a good matchup for Johnson. I think Anthony Johnson knows that, and that's why he felt zoned out during his fight with Cormier. Listen to his 2 statements. The first one is about how he can tell before the fight if his opponent is afraid of him.
But I knew I had Gus that moment right there.
Yeah.
He looked away and he showed just a little bit of weakness. And when he looked away, because I can look at somebody in the eyes and tell if they're ready or not. With Glover, I knew he was ready. He stared at me, he saw my soul and I saw his, so I knew he was ready, but the moment Gus looked away and like, see how he got the look on his face right now? I knew something, he was worried about something.
Contrast that with this statement.
First of all, I want to say DC beat me hands down. I have no excuses. But I was kind of zoned out. I felt like I was someplace else. I wasn't in the cage like I needed to be, you know, but I still went out there and did the best that I could do, being, you know, not there, but not there.
What do you think? Will DC be able to defend his belt? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, like it and share it, and you can also subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in a more in-depth MMA training, check out our instructionals. My name is Mark Leichner from MMACoach.net, and I will see you again in another video very soon.